There is nothing easier than a no-bake dessert, and this Biscoff cheesecake will be the best one you'll ever try. And looks professional enough to take to your next dinner party. So without further ado, let's begin. To make the crust, we need to crush up Biscoff cookies. You can either use a food processor like I did, or you can crush them up by hand. I prefer using a food processor because it is faster and easier to get small crumbs. If you prefer texture in your crust, you might want to use the manual way to get bigger crumbs of all sizes. When it is all crushed up, bring in a medium-sized bowl and fill in the crumbs. Or you can just use the food processor bowl to avoid washing extra dishes. Before we can continue, remember to save about 2 tablespoons of crumbs for decoration. Then let's add melted butter and mix it in until it's all combined evenly. You can use a spoon or a spatula for that, whatever you prefer. So basically, when it looks like wet sand and you can easily pack it down, you're ready to go on to the next step. Let's bring in a baking pan. I'm using an 8-inch pan, which is perfect for this cheesecake as it is not as tall. Make sure to spray it generously with baking oil or butter for an easy release after baking. Or you can use a silicone brush and grease the pan with it. Then line the baking pan with a parchment paper round, which helps to transfer the cake easily after it has chilled. Now that the baking pan is prepared, it is time to fill in all the crumbs. Just dump it right in there. I like to spread the crumb mixture evenly before pressing it down, but you can do whatever works best for you. You can use a cup or a spatula to press it into one even layer. When it is pressed tightly, let it chill in the freezer for about 20 minutes. Now let's make the cheesecake filling. This is the best part if you ask me. We need 2 bricks of softened cream cheese. I like to let it soften at room temperature for a few hours, or you could just place it in hot water to soften it up quickly. Combine it with the main flavor of this cheesecake. I'm talking about Biscoff spread. Add powdered sugar for texture and sweetness. This will help the cheesecake to keep its form after chilling. Then let's mix it with a hand mixer. Make sure to always use a low speed setting to avoid a powdered sugar cloud or too many air bubbles. I like to scrape it down from time to time to make sure everything is mixed in evenly. When it is creamy like this, fold in freshly whipped heavy cream. It is important to take your time for that step. You do not want to deflate it too much. Make sure to check out the written recipe on how to make whipped cream from scratch. You can find it in the description. Just keep folding it from the outside to the center until there is no more big lumps of whipped cream left. It should look something like this. Then it is time to bring in the cookie crust. At this point, it should be cold enough to stay in a compact layer. Let's pour in the delicious cheesecake batter. The best part about no-bake cheesecakes is that you can taste it at any point if it has enough sweetness and flavor, and you can adjust it if needed. Make sure to scrape out the bowl thoroughly to not miss out on any of that golden deliciousness. Then spread it out into one even layer. I'm using a spatula, but anything with a flat surface should work too. Make sure to press it down a bit to remove any trapped air. It does not have to look perfect because we're going to top it with a thick layer of melted Biscoff spread. It is almost like a ganache, but it's way easier to use since you only have to heat it up. It helps to cover up any uneven parts and gives it a super smooth finish. I like to use a spatula to make sure the Biscoff spread covers the whole surface. Or you could just tilt the baking dish from one side to another, which is a little bit hard to record, but I'm sure you get what I mean. When it is all smooth, let's sprinkle the leftover Biscoff cookie crumbs all around the edge. Don't be shy and add a thick layer. While the spread is still soft, add a Biscoff cookie in the center if you wish. That makes it look even better and people will know instantly the flavor of this cake. Now let's just refrigerate it for at least 6 hours or better overnight. And it is ready to be served. It is as easy as this. I hope you like this recipe. It only has 5 ingredients and it is whipped up super quickly, as you have seen. Give me a thumbs up and leave a comment down below if you have any questions. Happy baking, or better, no baking this time. Bye!